Welcome back. We've been talking about the person-centered planning and how that works in case management. We are now going to continue talking. Carly and Kelly are here. We're going to talk about success stories. I want to hear the good stuff. So I don't care who wants to start, but somebody give me a success story of how you've seen case management work and make somebody's life more fulfilled and let them stay at home.
Absolutely. I mean, we've had plenty, but a big one I would say is you have a client whose needs are increasing and they're just not caring for themselves properly or receiving the proper care at home. So they end up in a nursing facility. But with that, they don't want to be there. They want to be home. They want to be comfortable, and they want to be with their animals even if they have them. And so I think working with them, they want to be independent, but yet their needs aren't being met at home. So maybe giving them the option of assisted livings where they're having that little bit of independence, but then there's that healthcare side of it that's there and available to them and allows them to be independent and keeps them out of the nursing facility.
Absolutely, that compromise that they probably would have never come up with on their own or wouldn't have listened to a family member suggest it. That's where you guys as kind of that neutral third party can work some magic and get somebody to agree to something that they would never agree to if, you know, a family member had suggested it. Okay, it's your turn.
All right, I've got a good one for you. So a lot of the individuals we work with have lost the positive control in their life, the ability to, you know, do things on their own, and a big piece of that is transportation. A significant amount of the individuals we work with, just that is the biggest barrier for them. They want to get out into the community and they want to be able to do things on their own, but they can't. Whether because their car doesn't, you know, accommodate them and their disability, or maybe they have like a large electric scooter they can't just take with them in the trunk. So one of the things we can do is provide vehicle modifications, and we can allow them to then have the tools to either modify the car the way that it would work for them, so that you know, with their disability, or we can put like a lift or something on the back of the car so they can take that electric scooter with them and then be able to be out in the community the way they want.
I would think that's a huge, I mean, if somebody is used to going all the time and then all of a sudden they're homebound and can't get out, or even if they feel like, even if they had people that would go with them or take them, but if you feel like you're relying on somebody, that you're a burden, so if you can help them to modify so they can do it on their own, that would, it'd be freedom, you know, that just, that ability to go again. So let's talk maybe one more, maybe two. Give me one more thing.
Yeah. You know, we've had clients come to us and say, you know, I like to get up in the morning, I like to get dressed, do my makeup, do my hair, wear all my jewelry. And I mean, we all want to look good and feel good. So it was important to her to get up in the morning and do that routine and maintain that. So we set up where an aide would come in the mornings for maybe 2 hours just to get her up and ready, help her get dressed, help her do her hair, because those tasks seem to be getting more difficult for her. And it meant the world to her to just be able to look nice and feel good about herself.
Well, and if that's something somebody was used to doing their whole life, and then that changed, it would matter. I mean, listen, I feel a lot different on a Saturday with my hair not brushed and walking around in sweatpants in my house than I do when I get up and get dressed to come in here to work. It definitely makes a difference in how you feel. So can you give me one more? I do have time.
All right. We also encourage our individuals to advocate for themselves. So for instance, if they have an aide that is coming in and maybe they just don't feel like the aide's doing enough or like what needs to be done, we can kind of encourage them to maybe make a list of things that they could present to the aide that need done that day. That way they don't have to, you know, potentially change providers. If they do have a choice of changing providers at any time, but sometimes if that happens, there may be a lapse in service between, you know, the end of one provider and the beginning of another. So we want to try and prevent that and think of creative ways that we can kind of work with the client, the aide, and the agency so that they don't have that lapse in service.
I think what I hear from just talking to you guys, talking about the person-centered planning, listening to what you do and what the success stories are, is that you guys really are that great like mediator and go-between, and you're just making all of it happen and work together, and that's so important. Like, could you do case management for teenagers too? I'm just asking for a friend.
I mean, one of the really cool things I think about this job is that a lot of our clients are so appreciative, and we get to build long-term relationships with them. Every time we talk to them, we get to kind of grow together with them, and it's really special.
That would be really rewarding. So how does it start? Like, is it just calling in, just like I would for any other thing? That's how the process starts?
Yep, calling in, doing that initial screening of informing them of your needs and what you're looking for, and then they'll send you on to long-term case management, and we'll get services going.
It's that easy. Like we always say, I tell Megan, I feel like I work with you guys because we always say, just call us. That's all it is.
That's
just
exactly
call us.
right.
Give them a call at Aging and In-Home Services. They would love to help you. We'll be right back.